Call out names or have extended cheering in order for all the names to be heard. All cell phones should be placed on silent throughout the ceremony. At the end of the ceremony, please honor the graduates by remaining in the arena until they have all exited the floor. You may meet the graduates after the ceremony on the concourse level and exit Gate A. At this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the arena as our graduates enter the arena floor. On behalf of the class of 2026, we welcome you to our graduation ceremony.
A nombre de la clase de 2026, le damos la bienvenida a nuestra ceremonia de graduación.
At this time, all graduates and guests are asked to rise for the Star-Spangled Banner, followed by the land acknowledgement.
En este momento se les pide a todos los graduados e invitados que se pongan de pie mientras nuestro grupo coral canta el himno nacional, the Star-Spangled Banner, seguido por la declaración de reconocimiento de la tierra.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing as we do our land acknowledgement. It is with great respect that East acknowledges and celebrates the inherent sovereignty of the Ho-Chunk Nation and the 11 indigenous First Nations within what is now referred to as the state of Wisconsin. The sacred ancestral land you are standing on is that of the Ho-Chunk people. East will continue to grow and build upon our partnerships with the Ho-Chunk Nation and all First Nations.
Es con gran respeto que East reconoce y celebra la soberanía inherente de la nación Ho-Chunk y las 11 primeras naciones indígenas dentro de lo que ahora se conoce como el estado de Wisconsin. La tierra ancestral sagrada en la que estás parado es la del pueblo Ho-Chunk. East continuará creciendo y construyendo sobre nuestras asociaciones con la nación Ho-Chunk y todas las primeras naciones.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Gracias, pueden tomar asiento.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the commencement ceremony for the Madison East High class of 2026. I would like to extend a special welcome to Board of Education members Savion Castro and Nikki Vandermeulen, Superintendent Dr. Joe Gothard, and Area Associate Superintendent Jay Affelt. Thank you for joining us to celebrate this incredible milestone. My name is Patrice Haste, and I could not be more proud to serve as the principal of East High School. I want to begin by welcoming everyone here to honor our graduates. To the parents, guardians, grandparents, aunties, uncles, titis and abuelas, and entire extended villages, thank you for trusting us with your children and for being our steadfast partners in their success. To my colleagues and educators, thank you for your heart, the passion, and the tireless dedication you pour into our classrooms and hallways every single day. Today, we celebrate the closing of one chapter and a hopeful beginning of another. Each of you have walked a unique path to get to this stage, facing different challenges, growing in your own way, and discovering the leaders you were meant to be. You have put yourselves in our classroom, shown on our stages, celebrated wins on the court and the field, and challenged one another to be better every single day. However, we know this journey has not always been easy. This class has walked through seasons of profound loss, and tonight, we hold space for two of your classmates who should be sitting among you. We remember Kaisha Miller, taken from us on October 10th, 2023. And we remember Kaylee Ryan, whom we just lost this spring on April 20th. The impact of Kaisha and Kaylee had on East and on this world is immeasurable. As you move forward, you will carry their memory with you. You graduate not just for yourselves, but for them as well, carrying their dreams and their stories into your bright futures. Kaisha and Kaylee will always be members of the Pergolder family, and they are represented here tonight with two open chairs. To the families of Kaisha and Kaylee, we wrap you in the love of the Pergolder family today. We wish you peace and healing, and we thank you for sharing the lives of your remarkable daughters with us. And finally, to the class of 2026, please take a look around. Take all of this in. You are surrounded by loved ones, walking alongside peers you may have known since you were 5 years old. Also, this is the last time this exact group will ever be together. You have shared a singular, special journey. Don't let this moment slip away without honoring it. I don't doubt that as you move forward, you will change, disrupt, and shape the world around you, and you will leave it better than you found it. Please know that you are forever a member of our Pergolder family. You have added uniquely to the history of East High School, and we cannot wait to see what you do next. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Good evening, Eastside families, friends, students, and the class of 2026. My name is Jane Corcoran, and I am the Student Congress Class Treasurer. Today, I have the honor of introducing our student speaker, Moira Zeller. Moira is a student who embodies the idea of what it means to be a Pergolder. She is a hard worker, collaborative, creative, welcoming, and overall just a great role model for what a student should strive to be. In the classroom, she works hard to get good grades and take the most rigorous classes, expanding her learning with classes at UW-Madison and pursuing the greatest education possible. I learned how impressive Moira's work ethic was freshman year when I first met her, and she told me that she was taking both French and Spanish. I thought that she was absolutely crazy for trying to do both, yet she somehow managed it and became proficient in both languages, and I know that she will continue doing the impossible next year at the University of Virginia. Outside of the classroom, Moira is an active member of our community, participating in many activities on the East Side. She has played at the varsity level in many different sports, lettering in swim, tennis, gymnastics, and track, while also being a leader to the members of each of these teams. She is also a part of many clubs at East, most notably being the president of Student Congress. Working with her has been incredible, as she is such a good leader and does a great job of organizing events and getting a group together. Moira is an excellent student and human being, and while I could just go on and on about her accomplishments, you'd probably rather just hear from her yourself. Without further ado, I am pleased to present our senior class president and student speaker, Moira Zeller.
Hi, I'm Moira. We're here today to celebrate all of our accomplishments these past 4 years. We have all worked so hard for this moment, and it's important that we pause to say thank you to everyone who helped make it happen. Thank you to the teachers for creating a safe and motivating space to learn. Thank you to all of the staff and principals for all of their hard work helping our school run well. And finally, thank you to all of the families for choosing East and rooting for us the entire time. East leaders, coaches, and departments have all had influence on who we are. For each of us, this group of people may be different, but all of them have been factors in our success. The common denominator to our accomplishments has been having a supportive team around us. Every person has contributed something different to this moment, and it would not be the same without each and every one of you. While other people's contributions have been integral in our success, it is the work of the class of 2026, our efforts, that made this happen. East is a place where I believe every person is welcome to be themselves, and differences are not only accepted, but celebrated. We may not have seen our excellence reflected on scoreboards, however, the community East has offered makes up for it. Our success is derived from each of our unique accomplishments put together. Kingston Redmond has gone above and beyond by creating a welcoming environment for every student. For the past few years, Kingston has not only opened the door for every person, but also welcomed each student with an individual greeting. Things like this, done by single East High School students, are just a fraction of what altogether makes East High School East High School. Like Kingston, East has opened doors for so many people to be themselves. East is a rare place where students are able to come together to use their talents in the way that they'd like to. This opportunity is what makes East infinitely outstanding. A great example of this is the organizing of a drag show, one of the first at a high school in the country. Having access to create a space for all students is what makes East so great. Recently, East students took the lead in organizing a march at the state capitol with students from all 4 Madison high schools. This march advocated for immigrants' rights and marked a huge success in building awareness and change not only around Madison, but also the entire state of Wisconsin. East's community feel is infectious for those around it. Students' efforts to include everyone are exponential in creating a broader, unified community beyond the walls of our high school. There is no limit to the change we are capable of making. I'm not sure if many of you know, but as I was writing this speech, I found out that East's slogan fits this message. Through diversity, pride, we are the East Side. I am confident that this message will stick with each and every one of us continuously throughout our lives. The end of high school does not mark the end of an inclusive, eclectic community. These values are now a part of us, and they'll stay with the class of 2026 even after we leave East High School. Thank you.
I took my life. reflection in the snow-covered hills. Will the landslide bring it down? Landslide bring it down.
Hello and welcome. My name is Libby Spetz, and I have the pleasure of introducing the class of 2026 keynote speaker. The last of our teachers to bless us with some parting wisdom, Charlie Strader. When given the chance to introduce Mr. Strader, or Strader, as every student at East refers to him, I couldn't turn it down. It is with teary eyes that I say goodbye to a former teacher, soccer coach, and, although I don't remember it, my very own next-door neighbor when I was 2 years old. However, I believe Strader is more than a phenomenal teacher and soccer coach. I believe he represents the spirit of the East Side community. For those who don't know, Strader himself attended East as a student. His decision to return later in life represents the pride within our walls. While East is often looked down on or underestimated by the public, those of us who walk these halls see the true beauty of a diverse, urban, and welcoming school. Everyone at East has a home. Every passion has a place. Whether you're an athlete, an AP English scholar, or aspiring to create a unique club, Strader embodies this asset perfectly. He will not only welcome, but encourage you. He has a knack for engaging students beyond the curriculum, creating an environment that supports each and every need. Besides, who better to give our keynote speech than someone who spends every day teaching students how to best appeal to their audience? Now, let's give it up for the teacher who makes East more than just a school, Charlie Strader.
Thank you, Lib. Wow, it is such an honor to be able to share a few thoughts on this, the day of your high school graduation. I'm honored, I'm humbled by both your trust in me and by all the work that you've done to get to this point. It's a big deal. Before I begin, I'd like to thank a few people that make an event like this possible. The school board, who turn what this community believes into policy. Our superintendent, Dr. Gothard, and his team at Central Office. They pay the bills, with your help, of course. They keep the lights on. Our principal, Patrice Haste, and her team at East High, Jocelyn Lipinski, Mike Gonzalez, AJ Simonini, and Dan Van Winkle, they shoulder the awesome responsibility of steering what can be a very complex institution. I'd like to thank all my colleagues who put the needs of this community first. They work tirelessly, and they're a source of inspiration. You know, what this world needs most for countless young people. And of course, I'd like to thank all the parents, family members, and friends who are here to join us to make this a special day. So, we're here to celebrate a commencement, and I've been thinking a lot about what makes an event like this important and unique. And one of the things that we'll do here today is celebrate each member of the class of 2026 by name. We're going to read off everybody's name. It's going to take the bulk of our time, and it's a very cool thing to do. So, I have a little speech. It's titled, What's in a Name? Part 1, What's in the Name East High? I've got a great story, a true story, about the naming of our school. As you know, East High is over 100 years old, so we got to go back to the early 1900s for this. But this is not an old-fashioned, slow time, right? The East Side was growing fast in the early 1900s. People were moving in, things were being built, a community was being formed. Madison's first black-owned business was opened on the East Side in this time, the Hill Family Grocery Store. Madison's first public playground was built on the East Side in this time. It's Burr Jones Park. They built East Wash during these years, and when they constructed the bridge over the Yahara River, someone rode over it on a horse and was like, "It's good." It was during this time of growth and change that Madison decided they needed a new school on the east side, what would become our school. The thing is, originally, it was set to be named after a prominent Madison family. But all the people on the east side, they were like, no way! All the prominent Madison families live over by the UW on the west side. And I quote, they said, "The people on the east side feel that the university is running the school matters in this city." So they persuaded the school board to give the naming rights to the people, to the East Side Citizens Association, who recommended the name East Side High School. So East High was named, and it is named after the community it serves. It's named after you. It's named after me. It's named after your mom and dad. It's named after mine, too. And this is important because whatever your experience, whoever you are, whatever path you traveled to get here today, even if you rode on horseback over the Yahara River, you are a part of it. You are a part of us. You are a part of East. So what's in a name? It's you and me. It's our community. So welcome. Let's celebrate the class of 2026. Which brings me to part 2. What's in the name, class of 2026? Let me tell you, there is something special about this group. The way they push one another, set examples for one another, and feed off of each other's energy. It is uncommon, and I mean that. And you lift your teachers up too. I was writing a lot of this speech during Fine Arts Week, and after I saw Chidinma and Allison and Liddea light up the Margaret Williams Theater with some Michael Jackson, I went back to my classroom and I was grooving. I was typing like, and if I'm being honest, I could talk all day. Or, excuse me. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that what I wrote in that moment was crazy and didn't even come close to making the final draft. You inspired me. I felt it. And if I'm being honest, I could talk all day about who you are and what you've achieved in your 4 years at East, about your excellence in academics, in self-expression, and in the arts, about your community organizing. There are too many stories to tell. I could talk about the tennis teams exploding in numbers over your 4 years. Feels like every other kid in the hallways these days is carrying a racket. It is nuts. I could talk about something especially near and dear to my heart, the MENA Student Association lunch fundraisers. They fill our bellies with delicious food while raising money to organize community events. I could talk about BSU taking trips down south to visit HBCUs and taking trips all over the east side to visit elementary schools for Read Your Heart Out, making sure that all our kids know what excellence looks like. So many stories. They're all true. But you have these stories too, many more than me. Please keep telling them in the name of the class of 2026. But we don't have all day. We have to graduate. So I want to try to capture this special thing by inviting you to picture an image. Bang. It's Aline Espinoza Mora with a big old smile on her face, walking arm in arm down the hallway with her friends, doing it, holding people together with her energy and positivity and consistency, taking on the future boldly, step by step. Because here's the thing about a name like the class of 2026. It doesn't mean much in and of itself. There are hundreds of classes of 2026 graduating across this state today. But this one is yours, and it is important, not because of who you are, but because of what you do. You give the name meaning. You make it what it is. And I don't want you to forget it, because in it lies one of the keys to success out there in the real world. Surround yourself with people who are doing things that matter, people who care, and people who are driven, people who act on what they believe, people like your classmates. So what's in a name? It's whatever you put in. It's action, and with action comes meaning. So now, this group is going to graduate, and what that actually means is that we're going to stand in a big old line that wraps all the way around here, and one by one, we're going to read everyone's name. And I'm going to encourage you to think about something. Part 3 of this speech, what's in your name? Because it's a lot. And on a day like today, I hope you can feel pride in who you are and what you've done. And also on a day like today, where you've got hundreds of Eastsiders sitting in the same room, I hope you can feel and see some of the ways your pride is connected to the pride of those around you. And these connections are worth thinking about, because it's one of those things that you don't always see and feel. Even worse, it's one of those things you can take for granted. But all you gotta do is flip a switch, decide to start looking for it. And if it's not smack dab in front of your face, which it often is, decide to start seeking it out. Then all of a sudden, what you do becomes what we do. And that can be powerful. It can generate pride. And so I want to give you one last example, a soccer example. It's another image. Bang. Who else? It's Wilson Fuepe. But it's not him chasing after a soccer ball or studying for a test. It's his name. It's in ink. They print it in the papers a bunch of times. Next to it, it reads, Conference Player of the Year, First Team All This, First Team All That, Wilson Fuepe. Incredible. But also next to it, if you look, if you care to see it and feel it, it says your name too. It says our name. It says East High. Now I gotta admit, I can't necessarily recommend looking to the newspaper these days for your connection, your evidence of hope or pride. But that's okay, because as anybody who's ever played on a team or in a band or been part of a cast or crew or cohort or class, as they all know, as you all know, we gotta look to each other for these things. So what's in your name? It's connection to these people, to this place. And when you pause, as I hope you do on a day like today, to think about all that you are, that piece of yourself, that piece of the pie that represents your connection to this community. You know, it may be big, it may be small, but that difference is no matter, because we're all gathered here today. And on a day like today, we feast. So I'm going to invite everybody in here to the table. Please pull up a chair. Join me in celebrating the East High class of 2026 by hearing each one of their names and by thinking about all that we are. Thank you for your time. Good luck out there, kids. Long live Pepe.
Superintendent Dr. Joe Gothard, Area Associate Superintendent Jay Affeld, and the MMSD Board of Education, I hereby certify that the students presented today, the Madison East High class of 2026, have met all of the requirements for graduation as set forth in board policy and are ready to receive their high school diplomas. It is with great pride that I present to you the Madison East High class of 2026. Kaylee Ryan.
Kaisha Miller. Moira Zeller. Elizabeth Spetz.
Jane Corcoran.
Nia Lashley.
Joana Abarca Fernández. Christopher Abraham Rojas. Luis Acosta Mas.
وصال أفزلي. مرسل أحمدي.
Brian Alvarado Ruiz. Kathleen Cruz Martínez. Jaslyn Alvarado.
Chloe Ammons.
Raúl Amaya. Marisol Anastasio Doroteo.
Anaya Anderson. Owen Anderson. Nolan Anspach.
Isaac Arias.
Samantha Aaron Sabat.
Christopher Arroyo Reyes.
Brooke Arsenault.
Andrés Ávila Estrada.
Isabella Ayers Wilhelm.
Suleiman Ba.
Liam Bailey. Atticus Bandera.
Lucas Bardsley. Jose Maria Barut. Emily Bowalski. Theo Belfus.
Simon Burgum. Breely Bingham. Morgan J.B. Blozensky. Evelyn Baumkamp.
Harry Boer.
Alison Borjas.
Danielle Borkan Rudder. Kian Bennett. Colin Bovenmeyer.
Loriana Bradley.
Godfrey Bradshaw.
Javian Broughton.
Yeah, you gotta say it one more time. They couldn't hear.
Tyshawn Brown.
Samson Brunner.
Joshua Bruno.
Sylvia Bueller Vale. Bjorn Bernson.
Alex Buasese. Jemiah Calloway. Oscar Cambio.
Davan Campechano. Daisy Canales. Oliver Canales. Ubaldo Caraballo.
Abbott Carlson.
Genesis Duarte.
Amaya Carter. Annalie Cassidy.
Delia Castro.
You need to go a little closer. Yours isn't as loud.
Jacqueline Zelaya. Saúl Oswaldo Chávez.
Quince Clark.
Corey Claudio Matamoros.
Rex Condon.
Tristan Cohn. Nevaeh Conklin. Nico Conti. Isaiah Cooper.
Itzel Corona.
Gustavo Cosme Aguayo. Bricia Cosme Martínez.
Dominica Constano Atkins. Antonio Craig. Liv Crawford.
Ismael Quasil.
Kalia Cummings. Corey Cunningham. Messiah Curry.
Jocelyn Damiani Pérez.
Ibrahim Danioka.
Muhammad Dari. Michael Davis.
Esme Dedman.
Madison Delye. Marielle De La Cruz.
Abdoulaye Diabate.
Cassidy Dobbs.
Graham Ducamin. Jackson Duras. Ben Dutcher.
Wesley Ersman. Gage Michael Errett.
Lamar Elgriani.
Oscar Engel.
Emily Daneri Espinal. Eric Jariel Espinal. Aline Espinosa Mora.
Kiera Esser.
Cristal Estrada. Noemí Estrada Olivas.
Sycamore Felland.
Mercy Feltz. Aiden Ferris.
Coriana Fitzpatrick.
Wilson Fuape.
Max Frazier.
Boone Freyhofer. Jace Frost Olson.
Danesi Fuentes Pineda.
Enzo Gallo.
Sheila Gonjui.
Wilmer Garache. Fernando García. Rodrigo García Ocot. Nicole García. Jaden Armando García Cruz. Cherlyn García Vargas.
Oren Garvey Shaw. Leaf Gassman. Marley Gaster.
Ndongo Guy.
Jerome Gibson Murphy.
Ahmad Gujar.
Jennifer Gómez Quintana. Valeria González Jiménez. Chandé González Hernández. Janely González.
Kevin Good.
Alana Gorman.
Charlie Gottschalk. Emma Graff.
Moisés Guerra.
Quinn Gunter.
Stephanie Gutiérrez Centeno. Brian Gutiérrez. Mariana Guzmán.
Wase Hakimi. Mohebola Hamdard.
Alagiana Harris. Destiny Harrison. Amaya Hayes.
Malik Henderson. Zeta Hendrickson. David Henning.
Jency Hernández. Marlene Hernández Flores.
Iris Herrick.
Johannes Hildahl.
Lucy Hillebrand.
Kelvin Joveno.
Oliver Huxema. Cora Holden. Millie Holtzapfel. Blake Horsfall. Zayden Howard.
Kaylee Huddleston. Austin Hughes. Melvin Hunter. George Hyslop. Mani Intachith.
Alicia Jackson Martinez.
Amaya Jackson.
LaKayla Jackson.
Aliu Diallo.
Donovan James.
Binta Yame. Modlamin Yame. Mohammed Yame.
Armand Jefferson Bullock.
Maurice Jenkins.
Leslie Jiménez Navarro.
Kayla Johnson. Chris Johnson. Zachary Johnson. Naomi Jovag.
Stephanie Juarez. Kalina Juarez Kane.
Armine Cation. Tesla Kelly.
Dontrell Kellogg. Ethan Kirsten.
Somaya Khalil.
Nigel Kilgore. Ivy Cordillo.
Trenton Lemaire. Sonia Larson.
Josh Laufenberg. Dante Lawson. Noel Lawyer.
Dailia Lazo Figueroa.
Alden Leclerc.
Sarah Lee. Valerie Lee.
Halana Mali Lemke.
Thea Lilja.
Lily Lopez.
Tatsukilo.
Valentina Lozada. Eliseo Lucero Pacheco.
Leo Mack.
Jonah Makwinje.
Aaron Maloney.
Ahmad Zubair Mamun. Mirwais Mamun.
Queen Manjang. Mustafa Mane. Giovanni Esteban Marquez.
Raina Martin. Andrew Marks.
Ricardo Medina Jr. Carla Johanna Méndez Torres. Daniel Millán Rodríguez.
Shannon Miller. Elwood Minnick Wartzel. Demario Mitchell. Serafina Monat.
Efraín Montes López.
Kiera Moore. Nolan Moore.
Louis Morgan. Alexandra Morrow.
Hayden Mosbury.
Iris Mugasa.
Navias Muhammad. Charlie Murray. Perrin Musser.
Cherno Yai.
Harmony Knoll.
Miles Nibblink.
Julian Nieves Cutler. Seidu Yai.
Eric Obi.
Chiduma Ogwejefo. Nancy Ordóñez Aguilar. Luis Ortega.
Isis Owen. Liliana Ponky. Kayana Palmer. Oscar Panik.
Casimiro Pape Asamu.
Kenny Parra.
Andy JJ Moser Pausen.
Omar Trujillo. Jahairi Perez Ponce.
Jude Perfetti. Madeline Phelan. Andy Philivong. Michael Pitch.
Lillian Pinkston. Maxwell Pinkston.
Kennedy Polka. Robert Potus. Amelia Potter. Leander Pottinger. Odin Porcho.
Bethany Provost.
Luis Pulido Duarte. Jesús Ángel Quintana Contreras. Develyn Alessandra Quiroz Menjivar.
Miracle Rainey. Cohen Rao. Kingston Redmond.
Landon Renz.
Rocío Reyes Morales. Jason Reyes Antonio. Eduardo Reyes.
Yukon Reich.
David Ríos Cruz.
Sienna Rios.
Fausto Rivera.
Terrence Robinson Jr. Damari Robinson.
Cristal Rojas Castillo. Johnny Romero Paguada.
Benoit Houdon. Connor Russell.
Kimberly Salas Pérez.
Isabel Sanabria.
Vanessa Sánchez.
Cesar. Anta Sar.
Lillian Sather Goldman. Rhea Shrunk.
Elke Schussler. Malachi Schultz. Lila Scott.
Alicia Sendavisak.
Itsuri Silvestre.
Kaylee Smith.
Mara Smith.
Tiger Smith Nute.
Genesis Itiana Solache. Ulises Solís Galán.
Lily Soneman.
Abdurrahman Sora. Binta Sora.
Jada Spates. Caleb Spangler. Aminata So. Cypress Stone.
Matthew Sui.
Alexander Swider. Max Talmadge.
Maite Teapila Kakawa.
Jada Templeton. Jaden Templeton. Devin Tepp.
Emily Tao.
Abdulaziz Thomas. Izzy Thompson. Khalif Thompson. Joseph Tillahan.
Giselle Tinajero Ruiz.
Ronan Tinnen. Benjamin Tipson.
Justice Shepard.
Celeste Torales.
Mamadou Toure. Evie Tupta. Lamin Traore. Will Travis.
John Summer.
Summer Vanata. Wilbur Van Beckham. Desi Vaccaro.
Alex Wang. Jasmine Wang. Shuoyang Tai Wang.
Alfredo Velázquez Lorenzo.
Ariel Block. Bethany Wallisted. Scarlett Welch. Scarlett Wellens.
Davion West. Jersey Wheaton. Yamor Whitson. Lonnie Whitaker.
Carlos Shelwa.
Charlie Xiong. Sibilin Xiong.
Shaylin Williams.
Dari Xiong. Elizabeth Xiong. Juhu Xiong. Richard Xiong. Cynthia Yang. Kaylee Yang.
Marvel Young. Zaina Zaki.
Eric Zarate Morales.
Freedom Ziert.
Liliana Zúñiga.
Emmanuel Neely.
Malia Moore.
Diana Rimson.
Delante Moore. Ladea Merriweather. Jaden Presley. Brandon Curry.
Emily Carrillo.
Layla Glass. Cariana Burrell.
Brianna Rodríguez.
Nakaya Palmer.
Graduates, please rise and read along with us our senior farewell, which can be found in the program. Are we gonna count these down?
We'll do wait until they're
Yeah.
done clapping.
Look to this day, for yesterday is but a dream, and tomorrow is only a vision. But today, well lived, makes every yesterday a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision of hope.
At this time, we invite the East Side community, along with the graduates, to join us in singing on our alma mater. The lyrics can be found in your programs.
Sing thy praises through all the coming years. Thy loyal sons and daughters, although they leave thy fold, will always be defenders of the purple and the gold.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Nia Lashley, and I am the Social Officer for Student Congress. And I am here to present the moving of the tassel. The moving of the tassel represents one step in the process of completing our education, not the end to it. We all have more obstacles to overcome, more experiences to pursue, and our education will continue for the rest of our lives. Please join us in moving the tassel from the right side to the left side, symbolizing the end of high school and the beginning of our next adventures. Congratulations, class of 2026.